All right, so last video we were building and installing, I want to call them bars, counters, whatever, something that you can use. They look a little funny, but we did a few different things, and there's a couple reasons for some of the stuff that we did. And as I always say, go back, tell me how dumb I was, how you would have done it different. I don't mind. I really enjoy hearing other people's opinions and the way they see stuff, and sometimes I learn stuff. I have been building stuff for a long time though, and sometimes there's reasons for what I do because I don't exactly cover everything when I do stuff. But anyway, so today I am just basically installing them. They're built and they're in here, but they are not connected to the trailer. So I've got to connect it to the trailer, make sure they don't move and wiggle around, which means I've got to make sure they're in the exact right spot, and bolt them down, screw them to the floor, put some L brackets on, screw them to the wall, and that kind of thing. And then I also have cabinets that I need to do the same with. Granted, I did build some of it around the cabinet where it was kind of locking that cabinet in, but not all of the cabinets are going to be that way, and that kind of thing. And of course later the two in the back will be the last ones I do, I'm pretty sure. These guys right here, they're going to take a little bit of extra work, but we kind of have an idea in mind of what we want to do, so I'm trying to get it done. Y'all stick around. Alright, so this table, which is a shorter one, this one's about 10 foot. The other one is going to be, yeah, I don't remember what we cut it at. Let's see here. So 10, it's probably another 3, 4 foot, 11, 12 foot. So this one, what I'm thinking is I'm going to put one there against that leg. That'll help hold that filing cabinet in, and it'll also secure that leg on that side. One against the wall underneath, one against the leg here on the front, one against the wall there, one against the wall there, and one against the leg on the front here. So I think that's going to secure it well enough. I may end up having to come back and add something somewhere later. I tend to overdo stuff, so I may end up adding another one there, and one back there, and then another one on the outside, out here in the back. But this filing cabinet right here, or this cabinet right here, should be up against it, and the cabinet should be mounted, so we should be good. But at the minimum, I need to put that much on here, so that's what I'm going to start with. Alright, so we're going to run from left to right, and y'all have to excuse me, I'll probably drop stuff about 80 times. My fingers do not work the best. It may be better to mark and see what I can do, because there's not a lot of room here to really get everything in. But I am trying to kind of give it a little bit of a pallet hole. Not so much in the 2x4s, but in the walls, because they're only, you know, 1/4 inch thick. So So I can't torque these down super tight. I'll come back later and finish tighten them with a handheld screwdriver so I know how tight they actually are and I don't wind up stripping out the screws. So that would be number one. All right, so I learned something. I can use some duct tape. And I know what's right here behind this wall. There's a nice board back there. So that allows me to run a bigger screw in and secure it. Still gonna kind of do this little pallet hole thing. As you can see, that's more solid than the other one. Really, that ought to be more than enough. So I'll go back to the smaller screw. Now, I can remove that piece of duct tape. I don't think that one's gonna reach. So we're gonna run a big one in right there. And then I'll come back and try to put another one in another spot, but the board kind of stops there. So, but that should have that in pretty tight. So we're going to turn down to this one. Alright, so again, in the floor, I'm going to use bigger screws. There we go. And if I ever run into a problem, I can mount another bracket on the other side through the floor, and that leg won't go anywhere. But I'm gonna do one big and one small on the floors just to make sure they're good and secure. So I'm sure y'all get the gist of it. So I'm gonna run through the rest of these on this one and show you what we got. All right, L bracket in the floor. You got the big screw in the floor. L bracket up top. All those are little screws. Again, little with a big screw going in the top. We got this foot here, big screw in the floor. Big screw in the floor. And then the last one is there, and I got two big screws in a wall and one in the top. So there was a piece of steel back here that I hit with the big screw, and that's why it stopped. But I mean, it's not going nowhere. It doesn't want to move. So, and we put like 250 pounds on that last night, and it didn't budge. Same thing with this one. So let's see if we can't run down through here and secure this one. All right. So on this side, I'm gonna put a bracket at the end underneath to the wall. I'm gonna put a bracket to the foot on the outside. So I'm gonna put one long screw at least in both sides. One going into the leg, one going into the floor. The others I'll make short. These I'm gonna put one long screw going up into the table. I don't have as much depth in this wall like I did a couple spots over there. So that's the second bracket for the wall. That's going in the leg because of the way the leg is. So I'm gonna run them on down in the floor a good ways. Same thing with those down in the floor. This bracket here, I've got one long screw with it to go up in the table. That one's got a long screw to go on the table, and this has got two long ones, one for the floor and one to go into the leg. So yeah, I think that should take care of that. Now with that said, I have one packet left of 4 brackets, so I may come back and add one to the back leg there. That's already going to have 2 screws in it, so it should be good. Same thing with that, I'll have 2 in it. So I'll put another one on the back there. And then I'll come back over here and probably add a back corner here and a back corner over there. That one I will put on the outside probably, or I may put up the side somewhere just to finish tying everything in, because I'm going to slide that cabinet over, but there's a gap behind the cabinet, so if I put it on the side to the wall, it should work just fine. Alright, I might have got a little carried away, but that's just me. So I put one here and I used 2-inch screws going both directions. So that's 4 2-inch screws, that's 4 2-inch screws. I got 1 2-inch screw and then 3 of the ones that come with it up there. Go over here to the next. That's 1 2-inch screw and 3 of the ones that come with the brackets. I put 3 2-inch screws in here, but the one in the back didn't hold. For some reason, I think it hit a piece of metal. I did the same over here. 3 of them, one didn't hold. There's another bracket here. 2-inch screw in the top. And then back here, again, 2-inch screws both directions, 2-inch screws both directions, 2 2-inch screws in the top and a regular one in the back. So I think 3, 4, it's 5 L brackets, feet front and back basically, all the way across. This one over here, I just did the feet on the front, and there's 3 L brackets in there. So I'm definitely going to do the feet in the back on this side. Yeah, right there. I've got one bracket left. That's where it's going. And yeah, we'll see. I may get another pack and try to squeeze another L bracket back here, and another one over there, and one in this corner right here. But that'll be another day. But they are bolted down. So other than the one I have left to do, this is going to be it for this video. I think I'm going to try to do some sanding and see if I can get this a little bit smoother than it is. It's probably my next step. So we'll see y'all next time.